When I was 22 weeks pregnant, the pediatrics cat trapper, Karen, brought over this little kitten. He probably was like 6 weeks old, maybe a little bit older. It's hard to tell, but he had teeth, so he should have been able to like eat food. But he was the size, I think he was just grams. He was the size of like a 3-week-old kitten. Emaciated, not eating, not thriving, just looked like he was going to die. And of course, I said, okay, he's staying with me. Started him on some fluids and was trying to do some care just at home and just monitoring him and things like that. And around, I think it was like midnight or 1 a.m., while he was laying in bed in his box next to me, he just kind of started crashing and not doing great. And so I was like, okay, we're going to go to the ER. I can't do all of his care at home. And my vet clinic that I work at was on the way. And so we stopped there, and I decided to call one of the ERs because he was hypoglycemic, really low blood sugar, and just not thriving. And so I called a local ER and asked, if I brought him, if they would treat him, or what I could do more for him. And the vet I talked to there, he was like, honestly, you should just euthanize him. He did okay. He survived the night. The next morning, I called one of my foster colleagues, Shelby, and just was crying because pregnant, have this kitten that's not doing well, didn't feel like the ERs wanted to help me, and it's a weekend and I don't do ER medicine, and so I was just stressed out. And she's like, well, let me call around and find an ER. So she found an ER that would take him, and then I get kind of pulled both directions because I'm a vet, but then I'm also a foster and rescuer. He was full of parasites. He had multiple different kinds. I think he had Giardia and Coccidia, and so we did some deworming and things like that. And then after the deworming, he still had like diarrhea and we were still having issues. And so I started on amoxicillin, and he would thrive and do really great on it and eat really well. And the minute I would take him off of it, he would start to kind of crash on me again, stop eating, lose weight. So I just kept him on it for probably 6 weeks. And then now he's just kind of turned into this kitten that you see crawling all over me all the time. But he just hit 2 pounds, just as kind of this story of like not giving up on this tiny little nugget that was like just in the palm of my hands trying to die. And now he's this monster that climbs all over me and climbs on my legs. Just if you don't trim those toenails, you're a tree.